Hey there, my name is Dave Pottinger. I'm one of the co-founders of Last Keep. I've also worked on the original Age of Empires games, Age of Mythology, and Halo Wars. Today we're going to talk about Last Keep's new game, Fleetbreakers. Fleetbreakers is a blend of an action strategy RTS and a roguelike. After each short 5-minute mission, you're going to get buffs and upgrades that let you carve a unique path throughout each run. Today we're going to take a look at the second playable faction, the Slaraash Swarm. I've cheated my way up to Chapter 3 here. I've just finished Chapter 2. And so as I talk to the nest keeper here, the representative of the Slaraash Swarm, and go through those conversations as they say hello, we can take a look at the differences, or start to take a look at the differences between the factions. While the Cobalt are focused on energy and overload damage, the Slaraash Swarm is focused on acid damage and acid bubbles. Here we can see a tech tree. There's some stand-in icons. You'll see that throughout this little demo. But I'm going to unlock a few of the Slaraash colonies that are unique, and we'll talk about those in a second. The nest keeper here is telling us what a good job we've done unlocking some things. I'll skip through these quickly. Lieutenant Valar is also saying she's excited. She's the science officer, so she's very excited to see what we have with our acid vats. And so now I can go through and we're going to start up a campaign run as a Slaraash. And I'll start up on here our warp boon. So this is kind of a different thing you can get for each run. I'm going to pick this science because the Slaraash actually need a little bit more science than the Cobalt do. So the Valar is telling us this is the first time we're in a sector with one of these roving warlords that move around the map. So Valar's calling our attention to that. Let's go ahead and buy an upgrade here to increase my hive productivity in this mission. And it looks like we have a bonus here to do an upgrade right away. Maybe not exactly where I want the upgrade module, but this is an encounter where I can choose to upgrade one of my ships. So let's upgrade the Talon here. Now that's a uncommon ship with a little bit of an extra speed enhancement. You get 1 enhancement per rarity level, and this one's uncommon, so I get 1. So now I'll come through here, and they're talking about this is the first time we fought against the Cobalt Expedition as the player because we're on Chapter 3. So now, see the boss meter will go up. They're researching enemy stun duration, so that's not great for us if we get stunned. Let's go ahead and jump into a mission and talk a little bit about the acid damage and the acid bubbles that are unique to the Slaraash Swarm. So as you might know if you've played the game, there are 3 different types of damage in the game. Physical, which is usable by everybody. The Cobalt have energy, and the Slaraash have unique access to the acid damage. So you'll come in and initially see I've got some acid scout fighters here, and let's go fight something and take a look at what that does. You can see if you played the demo that I only have 1 squad active here, and that's because of a unique Slaraash feature that we'll talk about here in a second. Let me get some resource gathering going. And now I'm fighting some of the enemies. You can see I've got the acid damage going. And now I've popped the acid bubble. And that's something that's a chance to pop on each thing and each damage attack. And when the bubble pops, it creates basically a damage area. And if the enemy is in there, then they'll take damage from those acid bubbles. So I've got some shredders that are not doing me any favors here. In fact they've taken out all of my ships there with the starting squadron. So I'll bring in some of the acid talons. And I'm going to start exploring some of the unique. Do a little bit of a death bloom there, and you can see that death bloom has popped a lot of acid bubbles. And anytime the enemy gets in there, they're going to take damage. I'm going to retreat a little bit and let my turret and my mothership help take out some of these enemies. They're coming on me quite strong. But I'm also going to build a passage. So as the Cobalt get different squadrons, more squadrons in the game from their colonies, the Slaraash get them by building passages in each mission. So it's actually a little bit easier as Slaraash to build and get additional squadrons. Now you can see I've got an extra squadron down here, but it's something that I have to do each mission. So now I've got 2 squadrons summoned in, and we have the acid bubbles that we're dropping as the enemies come in, and if they stay in that same spot, then they'll take damage. And now I've got these passages. I can build more passages to get additional squadrons, but I want to actually look at the droneries. So the Slaraash, one of their big things is to have drones. So you can see right now I don't have any extra drones here. I've got the enemies are stopped. They're taking damage from the acid bubbles, and they're also getting shot by my sentinels. But as I complete this dronery, now you can see I've got a little drone with my talons here, and the talons have defense drones. So this is kind of a blockier looking one. Defense drones stop incoming damage. We have 3 types of drones. These sentinels also have defense drones. There's attack drones, which do extra attack, and there's also repair drones, which heal damage as the squadron takes damage. So the drones are something that is a unique role per squadron. So it's not something that you get a guaranteed drone for each type of squadron. You get different mix and match with the drones and the different ship squadrons that you have. So there's interesting combinations that come out there. I better bring my sentinels over here because I'm getting my butt handed to me here on against these shredders. So let me power through that. There we go. We'll take out some of those. And my talons are dying. Let me go ahead and okay, I've completed that mission then. Thankfully, because I had to kill 45 ships. I killed 46. So let me choose my bonus here, and we'll go talk a little bit about some of the unique colonies that the Slaraash have. I like that Sentinel, so I'm going to go ahead and get an upgraded version of the Sentinel. And that one looks like it came with a different drone. So let me go take a look at what we've got here in our newly redesigned Nexus that we just completed here last week. So I've got Sentinel has repair drones, and so I've got defense drones and repair drones. So I'm going to come in, if I want to focus on a drone heavy strategy as the Slaraash, then I want to build incubator colonies, which obviously are unique to the Slaraash. Each faction has a unique set of colonies. So I can upgrade my drones to be more effective here in this first tier. As I upgrade through the tiers, which I would do at my hive as the Slaraash, that's their version of the starbase, then I could unlock specific upgrades to enhance and improve each individual type of drone. I'm just going to go for maybe reduced dronery construction time. I think I might go back to the hive and pick enhanced station rarity. So if you are familiar with the Cobalt Expedition, they upgrade their stations a little bit individually. Slaraash is more unified. They are a hive-like mentality after all. A lot of their upgrades, let's go try to get another colony here. A lot of their upgrades are size-based, whereas the Cobalt upgrades are class-based. So I'm coming in here. I will start with my scout squadron again. I didn't change that. Let me go ahead and grab this flux crate here. This is a Prisma crate. I'm going to grab that. The enemy is right next to me. That's not great. So let me go ahead and get a passage down quickly so that I can get go back here and get this Prisma so I can build some more stuff. As soon as this passage is done, I will be able to build some more things, but I'm going to build a turret here, and I can summon in my Sentinels. So Sentinels, if you remember, are great because they have taunts. They're the only things that can get attacked in this radius, which is fantastic. It makes them a great defensive ship that can protect your other ships while you're in battle. You can see I'm dropping acid bubbles here. Let me go ahead. I can't stun. I've already used my stun. Looks like I'll be able to take these out here. Okay, so they're all gone. I'm going to select C and just send everybody down to attack. I've got a little bit more Prisma now, so I can build another passage and bring in some. Looks like I'm getting attacked up there. I'll take these out down here. When this passage is done, I'll be able to bring in a third squadron. So if you're playing Cobalt, you'd have to build up and get a warp conduit colony going. Here now we've got an extra squadron that we can bring in very quickly. The downside is you have to do this every mission. So let's see, I need to destroy all the enemies here. Let me build another turret up here to help take some of those out. Let me go ahead and stun here to have the turret stop attacking my sentinels. I'm going to bring these in and do a little bit of death bloom action. Try to take out some more stuff there. That's good. Those are almost gone. I'm going to send the Talons back against this conscriptor that's over here. They've almost got the turret gone here. The acid bubble definitely helps. Let me go ahead and get those going over there. So I'd like to focus back on the droneries and get some of those going if I can. So the droneries will also add drones to the stations when they're done. You can see this dronery has come in with attack drones, so that'll help defend the station. And this station has attack drones as well. So let me go ahead and get more of these going over here. Oh, I'm getting attacked at my mothership. You see the drones from these from the turrets are pitching in. We'll go ahead and continue taking this stuff out over here, though. Let me battering ram my way through that. We will do a little bit of that and stun this just so it can't pop out any enemies while we're in the middle of attacking it. So it's a lot to throw at players. I know there are a lot of new features here to think about, but what's really cool about the Slaraash is they are more of a horde mentality. That between the easier way to mass ships in missions, we've got a rare acid talent here. I kind of wish it came with the attack drones for the way I was trying to play, but these upgrades are very good too. So I'll go ahead and take that. And I should have a new colony, so we can take a look there at what that has available. And oh, I gotta upgrade back at my starbase or my hive. I gotta upgrade to the communion level to unlock the second tier. So I can get an acid vat here. That's great. Fortunately, see some more stand-in icons here. Not done with all the icons. Can't quite afford everything, so I'm gonna do what you would do when you develop the game in that situation, and I'm gonna cheat and give myself some more resources. So here I can acquire an ability at the mothership to spawn an acid bubble. That's great for defense, but this can go anywhere that I can see on the map. If I want to focus on acid bubbles, I can go down this path where increase the bubble size, increase the damage, add some armor to acid ships if I have a lot of acid ships, which you can see here that I do. So that's actually a really good choice to give armor to my acid ships. But if I had ended up with a bunch of physical ships, and I probably wouldn't want this run. And I'm balancing between doing going down the acid path, or if I want to go down the drone path, and I would come back here. And I've got a lot of defense drones. So you know what? Let's cheat again and give myself some more resources. I have to buy drone evolution first. But now I can go ahead and get better defense drones, so they'll reduce an additional 100%, basically double the damage that they'll reduce coming in. And I have a lot that are affected by that. I've got one that's got heal repair drones here. I don't really have just the mothership and the satellite buildings with the attack drone. So this makes the most choice for the way that my ships have rolled. Now, obviously, if the ships had rolled something different, then you would pick differently there. One thing I haven't talked too much about, or at all, are the unique ships that the factions have. So Cobalt gets a couple of different ships. Let me go up here and take a look at these carriers that I have. So Cobalt gets the battleship and the Burster unique ships. Slaraash get carriers and stingers. Stingers are moderate ships that have a small beam attack and then a special beam attack. The carriers are the biggest ships in the game, and they come with more drones as a result, and they have one of the cooler drone abilities. And we'll see if I can get it popped off here. I've changed the scouts out for my carriers, so I'm going to start with the carriers on the map to speed through this demo a little bit here. And you can see as the carriers come in, they've already got drones. That they're really the only ship that comes inherently with drones. So they have a small attack, and let me go ahead and I'm going to go drone heavier here and build some of those. So I'm going to go find some enemies to attack with the drones. They have a really cool drone bomb, so they can turn their drones into big attack. And we go head back here and build another dronery so I get more drones going. And you can see that the drones are training up here. Now I've got the second dronery is in. I've got 12 drones that I can train up on, or that will automatically come in on the carriers. And as I do the drone bomb, that'll sacrifice one of the drones for some big damage. And there are ways, of course, to upgrade that. Let's do that right there. Boom. There we go. So I took a drone hit and popped the drone bomb. It's something I can do fairly frequently, but it does require a lot of micromanagement. But it is one of the more fun special abilities. And if you end up going with a drone heavy strategy as Slaraash, then the carriers are something that you're quite excited about to do. Looking at these, maybe they're a little bit OP perhaps, but we'll get that balance. That's a quick look at some of the unique differences of the Slaraash. They are a heavy horde-based faction focused on drones and acid. The acid comes with a unique ability with the acid bubble to damage an area, and if you can stun enemies there, that's fantastic. Like the Cobalt, they have a unique set of colonies that gives them a chance to do different upgrades and have a different resource game than the Cobalt do. And those unique passages and droneries that focus on how they get squadrons into the board differently. And also then, if you want to go heavy drones, you're going to want to build in those droneries every mission. So hope you enjoyed that recap, and look forward to seeing you guys in the game as it gets the next release. Thanks.